Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 9. So Module 9 is the first module where we are focusing solely on the research paper. If you remember, the research paper will be about the same topic that you chose for your annotated bibliography. You have already submitted a topic proposal that should have been approved by me, and then you did the annotated bibliography where you found sources. Now you have 12 sources about the topic and you're ready to start planning an essay. So we've got lots of stuff in this module, so lots of information in this module, but only 2 small assignments to complete. We are not even to the drafting stage yet. So we have a while before this essay will be completely done. Right now, what we're focusing on is just kind of a better understanding of how to put an essay together. And then you're creating an outline for your essay assignment. And this is also the first time that you get the full criteria for the essay. So your Module 9 readings are Chapter 14 and 16. And Chapter 14 is all about the paragraph. And so we're kind of going almost backwards a little bit in what your kind of understanding of writing is. Really looking at making paragraphs unified and coherent. One of the challenges of this assignment is we want to make sure that your research essay is the best of your ability as a writer, because for some of you, this will be the longest and most complex essay that you write in college. For some of you, this will be one of the smallest, but we really want to make sure that you can tackle such an assignment as part of the outcomes for this class. So these textbook chapters just go over a lot of things that may be review for you that you've heard before, but hopefully we're adding on to what you already know. So we're going a little bit more in depth with it. And so Chapter 14 is about just creating a paragraph, how to make sure those paragraphs go together, how to make sure that everything within the essay fits together. And then Chapter 16 is all about style, and everybody has their own writing style. And so being able to kind of identify how you write and then improve how you write so that your writing communicates correctly what you want the reader to learn. That's something that you can really focus on in this essay. So this chapter just kind of goes over things like awkward, wordy sentences, things like that, things that you may have gotten comments on before. So once you've gone through both of those sections, then you can take the quiz. And the quiz is just like the other quizzes that we've taken in this class, where you can take it as many times as you want to. And so that's the Module 9 readings quiz. And then you get into the essay assignment itself. So the research essay assignment is to take the same topic that you have been working on with your annotated bibliography and write a longer essay about it. The main criteria for this assignment is in the name, which is research. So the big thing that we're testing you on is whether or not you can provide a wealth of research to back up your ideas. You have 2 kind of pathways to go with this essay. You can make an argument with it. So if you have an actual like argumentative topic where you can make more than one claim or take more than one stance on it, you can make an argument, or you can make an assertion with concern to a general topic. So if you just have kind of a general topic and you mainly want an informative essay, then you can take an assertive approach. So you make an assertion where you make a point throughout the essay, but it's not necessarily an argument. You can cover opposing viewpoints if you want to. You don't have to, but that would be more of a traditional argument structure, which we have learned about before. You might go into more of like a persuasive essay where you have a point, you have a focus, but your essay is not necessarily like that traditional multi-sided argument. Regardless of which way you go with it, again, should be the most quality thing that you have written in college so far. Like this needs to be, so you're not learning any new skills. You're just using what you've learned so far in this class and then in any previous writing classes to produce a quality, polished project by the end. And we're going to go through several modules to do this. So your thesis statement, we already covered that. Making sure that you define your issue, your topic clearly, that you got background information. A lot of students will have like a history section or a definition section, or you know, we're covering different types of something. So you really are going to get in depth with this. You have to have at least 8 sources. Those 8 sources can come from the annotated bibliography. In fact, some of them should, but it's not a requirement. So if you decide that you know, you found these 12 sources, but really only like 5 of them are actually going to help you, and you need to find 3 more, that's totally fine. We're not cross-referencing them. So just kind of keep that in mind. You'll need to be using all of them thoroughly. We have signal phrases, we have in-text citations, we've got quoted and paraphrased material, research. There's going to be a ton of that in your essay. If you feel like you're putting too much research in and you're not actually writing very much of your own writing, then you're probably doing it correctly. You want to make sure your tone establishes authority. You're using ethos, logos, and pathos. You can use first person pronouns. That's perfectly fine. Second person we want to avoid because we're not talking about the reader of the essay. You cannot copy any part of your annotated bibliography. That introduction paragraph for the annotated bibliography is not the same as an introduction for a research paper. You cannot copy and paste it. You are not copying the paragraphs that you wrote for your annotated bibliography. You're just taking all the information you've learned and creating a long essay with it. 7 to 9 pages. It's going to feel pretty long. That does not include the works cited entries. So that's 7 pages of writing that you need to do. So the first step is going to be to create an outline. This is a formal outline of your essay. It needs to include a working thesis statement, and then and then at least 5 main points that you want to cover. You may end up with more or less when you get to the essay, actually writing out the essay, and that's fine. But for right now, I want you to be thinking of 5 main points that you want to cover. And then you're using like Roman numerals and then having subpoints and that kind of thing. And then it's going to look something like this. So I have an example in here. If it helps, you can download this file and you can write over it. But I want you to, your outline is preferably going to cover more than what you would end up putting in your essay. But the main thing that's going to be showcased in the outline is what you plan on doing with the order of things. So my example is going to be about dinosaurs because I have 2 little boys. So my working thesis right now is a cultural shift has caused dinosaurs to become an important force in the lives of American children, particularly through film, toys, and the appeal of paleontology. So my 3 main areas that I want to cover throughout the essay is films, toys, and then paleontology. Film and toys kind of go together because obviously a lot of dinosaur toys have come from the films, but then that appeal of paleontology is going to be a little bit more specific, and so I want to cover that at the end. The first thing I have to do is kind of establish some background though. So my first section is going to be about why people are fascinated with dinosaurs, or when they were first discovered, why we are fascinated with it, why are children in particular fascinated with it, and then I'm going to get into the things that are listed in my thesis, which are the films, and then the toys, and then the appeal of paleontology. So I actually have more sections than I need, and I may end up like combining 2 together. I don't know how it's going to work when I start writing my draft. Doesn't really matter. Right now, I'm just trying to get all of the ideas that I could possibly get into my outline because I want to make sure I have enough information to make it to 7 pages. So right now, I mean, I got 7 main points. I got a page for each main point. So I have plenty of information right now. And as I work on it, it will change a little bit as I go through it. So spend some time on your outline. I give feedback on outlines hopefully pretty quickly so that you know how you're doing, and then you'll start drafting after this point. So you really want a good outline to start with. Otherwise, you won't really have anywhere to go with your essay. So just kind of keep that in mind. Really want to be putting some time into this outline. If you have questions, send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.